There's conflict brewing in Nogales this afternoon. Some residents are voicing concerns about transparency within the city government. News 4 Tucson's Chorus Nylander has more on residents' concerns there. He joins us now live from Nogales City Hall. Chorus.
Well, Sean, there's some Nogales residents who feel very adamant that there's a lack of transparency here. A small group of them showed up to peacefully protest at yesterday evening's Nogales City Council meeting, raising questions about how city leadership plans to spend their latest batch of COVID relief funds. I spoke to Fernando Alvarez, who was at the meeting. He calls himself an independent auditor of the City Council. He says for months he's been paying close attention to their decisions, their meetings, been requesting public records to try and review where taxpayer money is being spent. He says he's concerned about what he calls a lack of details provided by the city on what exactly the funds will be spent on. The council last month during a special meeting approved the funds, around $3.3 million, to be used for city operations. The plan calls for about $700,000 going to the police department. Parks and Rec, Public Works, sewer, and street projects would each receive around $624,000. But they did not break down things further on what exactly those departments would be using their funds for. That's where he draws a lot of his concerns.
Most jurisdictions are very specific. Tucson has a detailed listing of how every dime is to be spent through that COVID fund. And we're not doing that in Nogales.
Now, during yesterday's meeting, the council unanimously approved the purchase of around 48 new police radios and some equipment for around $590,000 of the COVID relief funds. The police chief was there and asked by a council member why the funds should be used for that purpose. He explained himself and the long-term needs for it. And Alvarez says he was satisfied with what the chief had to say and believes that that is an important use of the funds. But he says he hopes that all other uses of the funds will have the same sort of transparency and explanation. I did speak with Mayor Arturo Guarino. He does not believe there's been any transparency issues here. He believes those raising these concerns are just a small minority group with these concerns. More on that coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We're live from Nogales City Hall tonight. Chorus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.